Hey guys, welcome to Wrestle Kingdom latest news. Paul Heyman hinted at Roman Reigns' return at WWE Monday Night Raw. WWE has already buried Alberto Del Rio. Backstage updates on Asuka's status with WWE. Big stipulation announced for Money in the Bank 2025 match. The reason why Big Bronson Reed joins the Rollins faction. Jim Ross is undergoing surgery for cancer tomorrow. Make sure to like and subscribe, and so much more. Starting with Roman Reigns' return to WWE. Roman Reigns has been off WWE television since the Raw after WrestleMania, but signs are now pointing toward his return being closer than fans may realize. While WWE hasn't officially confirmed anything, but Paul Heyman just dropped a major hint during the opening segment of this week's episode of Monday Night Raw. Seth Rollins, Braun Breaker, Big Bronson Reed, and Paul Heyman kicked off the show with a segment that felt so much familiar to longtime WWE fans. Paul Heyman demanded acknowledgement for Seth Rollins. He said, "Acknowledge Seth Rollins." Paul Heyman used the same pose that he was using for Roman Reigns back in the day. WWE is leaving the door open for the former undisputed Universal Champion Roman Reigns to make his return and shake things up. As of right now, Roman Reigns is not currently advertised for Money in the Bank on June 7. He is listed for SummerSlam weekend on August 2 and 3. There is also Night of Champions in Saudi Arabia on June 28, but his status for that show remains unclear at this time. WWE has already buried Alberto Del Rio. The company is advertising AAA Mega Championship as being on the line in a match between Vikingo and Chad Gable at the upcoming WWE Cross AAA Worlds Collide event. However, as of right now, neither Vikingo and nor Chad Gable holds the AAA Mega title. The current champion is Alberto El Patron, who is slated to defend the title against Vikingo on May 31. This suggests that WWE may have already revealed the outcome of that match ahead of the time, that Vikingo will defeat Alberto Del Rio. Backstage updates on WWE superstar Asuka. Despite the ongoing speculations about WWE superstar Asuka, but she has not returned to WWE and she remains inactive. The former WWE Women's Champion and Royal Rumble winner has been sidelined since early May 2024, following the loss of WWE Women's Tag Team titles. Fight for Select is reporting that Asuka is still not medically cleared to compete. At the time of her injury, WWE anticipated that she would be out for the remainder of 2024 and also miss WrestleMania 41. When asked about her status during WrestleMania season, it was said that there were no significant creative plans involving her as she continued her recovery. But earlier this year, there were some creative discussions about Asuka's return. However, it was made clear that her return was not considered imminent. One source even expressed surprise that ideas for her comeback were being discussed so early, given the low chance of her return for being cleared in WrestleMania 41. Big stipulations announced for Money in the Bank 2025. On this week's episode of Monday Night Raw, Becky Lynch and Lyra Valkyria agreed to two major stipulations for their upcoming Women's Intercontinental Championship match at Money in the Bank 2025. First, Becky Lynch vowed that if she fails to defeat Valkyria, she will never challenge for the Women's Intercontinental Championship again, as long as Valkyria holds the title. But if Becky Lynch emerges victorious, Lyra Valkyria will be required to raise Becky Lynch's hand and show her respect following the match. The reason why Bronson Reed joins the Rollins faction. The Big Bronson Reed made his shocking return during Saturday night's main event as he aligned himself with Seth Rollins and Braun Breaker and Paul Heyman. Now the reason behind him joining the group has been revealed. While speaking on Wrestling Observer Radio, Dave Meltzer talked about Bronson Reed joining Seth Rollins' faction and why he was included. He said that Big Bronson Reed adds some extra to the group and makes them stronger. One big reason is that when the group eventually has to lose a match, though that might not happen for a while, as it was mentioned during Monday Night Raw that Braun Breaker may be the future WrestleMania main eventer, so they want to protect him. But Bronson Reed isn't being pushed to that level, but he is very good at what he does and can take a loss without hurting the group. The legendary commentator Jim Ross is undergoing surgery. Jim Ross has announced that his surgery for colon cancer will be taking place tomorrow, Tuesday. Jim Ross revealed his diagnosis on May 15, stating at the time that surgery would be happening within the following week or so. On a recent episode of his Grilling JR podcast, Jim Ross shared update on his condition and mindset. Going into the procedure, he said, "Getting ready for surgery, and that's always stressful. But I have prepared myself mentally and physically to endure the situation. I got cancer. I'm trying to think. Cancer of the what? I can't remember what I got. I got him in 2 places, and they're gonna take him out." And Jim Ross is eyeing a possible return for AEW All-In Texas pay-per-view event this July. He said, "Hell yeah, I think so, why not? The recovery time isn't long. I think I will be up and ready to go in a couple of weeks." The undisputed WWE champion John Cena opens up for horror movie role. John Cena has made his name in several movies, but now the real champion John Cena is ready to step a bloody foot in the world of horror movies. Appearing at the Philadelphia Fan Expo, John Cena was asked about a potential horror future, either as villain or the victim of a killer. He said, "My answer to that is yes, because I have never been in a horror film, so I would just want to be in a horror film. If you are out there and you're doing it, I'm available." Former WWE superstar Shotzi blasts fans for labeling her as injury prone. Reacting to Shotzi's WWE release, a fan wrote, "Shotzi unfortunately was injury prone. She had a great gimmick she was able to build. This may be a blessing in disguise. She might want to become a mother, and now she has time." Shotzi got angry and she retweeted. She said, "You idiots don't know what injury prone means. One major injury in 12 years is injury prone." Later she added, "Injury prone is a term that you want to be smart marks overused to sound smart. 100% of wrestlers you are calling injury prone are not. They are just human." TNA President Carlos Silva congratulated Trick Williams. WWE NXT superstar Trick Williams made history by winning the TNA World Championship and defeating Joe Hendry at NXT Battleground 2025. TNA President Carlos Silva was shown looking far from pleased with the fact that an NXT superstar now held the richest prize in TNA. Despite of his reaction, Carlos Silva later took to Twitter to congratulate Trick Williams before making it clear that he is in charge of TNA World Champion. He tweeted, "Congrats Trick, I will see you in TNA office tomorrow." And now Monday Night Raw. The show kicked off with Seth Rollins, Braun Breaker, Bronson Reed and Paul Heyman outlined their vision. Penta defeated Chad Gable and Dragon Lee in a triple threat match to qualify for Money in the Bank ladder match. AAA superstar Vikingo retaliated against Chad Gable, kicking him off the rope and allowing Penta to hit the Penta driver on Gable to win the match. At the backstage segment, AJ Styles punched the hell out of Chad Gable. Rusev defeated Akira Tozawa. Sheamus confronted Rusev after the match. World Tag Team Champions The New Day defeated the Creed Brothers and the War Riders in a triple threat tag team match. The main event, Jey Uso promised to tap out against Gunther. WWE superstar Liv Morgan returned and she lost against Kairi Sane. An intense argument between Roxanne Perez and Raquel Rodriguez at ringside distracted Liv Morgan and allowed Kairi Sane to win with a roll-up. Lyra Valkyria and Becky Lynch got into a personal war of words. Before Sami Zayn's match, Karrion Kross mocked Sami Zayn that he will never win a title. And Seth Rollins defeated Sami Zayn and Finn Balor in a triple threat match to qualify for Money in the Bank ladder match. CM Punk tricked Seth Rollins and blasted him with a GTS. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned for more wrestling news and wrestling content.